Well, hello there, folks, and we're back once again onto the plots with me, Guru Mafinda. Now, we're up in Tiki Tunnel number 2, the Lady Farmer's Tiki Tunnel, and we're doing a harvest. I've not actually taken any cucumbers for about 10 days, and we're going to see what we've got. This cucumber area, in which there are, I think, 7 cucumber plants, has been the gift that just keeps on giving, because we've had well over 100. I think we've had about 120 so far, cucumbers, from this one area, which is roughly, what, 12 feet by 3 feet? Not even that, because I've got pepper plants in front. About 12 feet by 18 inches. And yeah, it's prolific. It just keeps producing cucumbers. And I'm going to see what we've got now, because I've left them for 10 days. There wasn't any on last time. Only the little starts, you know. Probably about 2 or 3 inches long. Of which there are still probably about 40 2 or 3 inch long starts. But there's also cucumbers. So let's take a look. I mean, we've also got tomatoes, as you can see. They're cherry tomatoes, the super sweet 100 variety, those are. But in and amongst all this foliage, there are hidden cucumbers. Let's go and take a look. Oh, yes. Look at that one hiding behind the tendrils there. And these are the smaller ones that are coming on. You get them coming continually. See where the little flowers are there. And then they eventually go into cukes. So I'm going to leave these in as long as I can, I think, and just see how many more we can get off it. But there's a few to take. Look at that one. That's a beast, isn't it? In and amongst the foliage. So look at him. Yeah, he's a whopper. That's like the ones we were getting early on in the season, when they first started coming through. That's about 15 or 16 inches long, that one. That's a good size, that. And there are others lurking in the foliage. There's a few at the back there. There's about 3 at the back there. There's another one there. Some of them are these little sort of fatty ones there, whereas others have got the length, but not quite the girth. But they're a decent size as they're coming through. I bet they get about 8 good ones off here today. Right, let me have a picking. Now this, believe it or not, is not a marrow. It is a cucumber. This is a standard. Well, in fact, these are quite big here on this side. That one is monstrous. I want to get my tape measure. That was lurking at the back there, behind that super sweet 100 plant there, just tucked in the corner. And it's massive. Absolutely massive. I'm going to measure that. I bet that's about 22 inches, 23 inches. So yeah, it's a bit over optimistic, that 22 inches, but it's 19 inches, or just over 19 inches. Look at it. Can't even get it in shot. It's big, that, isn't it? Big, isn't it? For a cucumber. Not the greatest of quality. That bottom part was actually that deep into the soil, you know, in the corner. But yeah, it's a whopper. He's a whopper. And his little brother's next to him there. I bet that's about 17 inches, something like that one. Not too bad, not too shabby. Most of them are like this sort of size. Which is actually what this variety should look like. They should be that kind of, like a long fat pickle, if you like, that size. But it's been a mixed bag, really. That's a decent cucumber, isn't it? About 11 inches. But yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cucumbers to take back with me, which is more than we need, really. Although the kids love them, I don't think they'll get through those, especially these flaming things, you know, the whoppers. They're not going to get through those. Although I don't know how Bradley would probably get through that in one sitting. It's not looking too spectacular, that one, though. So I don't know whether they will. I don't know whether they'll go for that. But the other ones are in good condition. Fantastic condition. So yeah, let's look at the tomatoes now. I'm going to take some more tomatoes. The Sun Gold and the... in fact, I think I might take a couple of those plum tomatoes there as well. And the Super Sweet 100. We might well fill a punnet or two. Yeah, when they get to this orange colour, the full orange colour, then they're ready to take. So I'll get some of these. I'll probably get about, I would say I'll get about 25, 26 or something like that off here. Maybe more. Quite a few more at the back. But they're continuing to come. I think there's a couple more weeks left in these, really, of harvesting before we're at the end of it, and they'll need to come out. But yeah, I'll probably get quite a few. Probably get about 40, and maybe about 20 of the Super Sweets, the Super Sweet 100s. Right, let's get cracking with those. Yeah, so there's a few. I'd say there's just over a pound of those cherry tomatoes, the Sun Gold and the Super Sweet 100, and then we've got these Italian plum. There's a few of those were ready as well. There's about 8 of those ready as well, along with that big old crop of cucumbers there. Classic results. Cushy. I'm going to check on my beans. I'm going to check on those butter beans. Now, as some of you viewers might know, I've been worried about these butter beans because they've been kept inside the brassica cage. And the brassica cage is there to stop bugs getting in, because it's all netted. And the problem with that is when you've got plants that rely on the blossoms being pollinated to produce beans. The pollinators, I don't think the pollinators were able to get in to the beans, and so we didn't get many beans. The pollinators couldn't get in to get to the blossoms to produce the beans. But I've had this door, I'll show you, I've had this door open now for about 3. Yeah. So that cage door, that's the cage, all netted. And it's sort of a fine weave netting. And it does keep out all the unwanted butterflies and other pests like wasps and what have you that you don't want in there. But it doesn't let the bees in. Or the hoverflies and things like that would pollinate your plants. So I think that's why we've had very few results, but we are now getting beans coming on. So I'm hoping that the remaining blossoms will get pollinated and we will get more beans. But I'll show you what I mean by the butterbean pod. Where are you now? Spotted you before, didn't I? Oh, there he is. Yeah. And in that one at the moment there's 3 beans. But you're not a bloody idiot. Somebody getting shot at the back there. But there's others. I have seen if you root through the foliage, you do see the beans. Now I'm hoping we're going to get quite a few coming through. Although they're hiding from me again now. I've seen about 6 pods. But these blossoms there, now that the pollinators can get to them, I'm hoping that we get more results, better results. Because I'll be dead disappointed if I don't get loads of beans. I probably won't get loads of beans now. I've cursed it, and I've been silly by leaving the door closed and keeping the pollinators out. Been a little bit too security conscious there. We had peas in here earlier, if you remember, and we didn't get a bad crop of the peas off. But it wasn't spectacular, and again I think it was the same reason, because I left that shut. I'd be keeping that shut and keeping the bugs out, and you want the bugs in here. It was a sort of force of habit thing, because with the big cage that we got the brassicas in. Excuse me. Let's get out. Excellent camera work as usual, boys and girls, but we lives and learns. That brassica cage did fantastically well for the cauliflowers, the cabbages, the broccoli, you know, the calabrese that we grew in, the pak choy, fantastically well, because we were keeping the unbeneficial insect life out, and cabbage white butterflies and all that kind of thing. Did really well. And I think my daft little mind forgot that they don't need to be protected. In fact, I know it did. I know it forgot. And that's the curly kale. The curly kale's still doing fantastically well. I took a load of the old, around the bases, the old leaf like that drops off if you don't pick it. And there's loads of it dropped off. I mean, in here we've got, I think we've got 9 plants in here. And that's the sort of, over the space of a week, that's what's dropped from the base stems. You look at the base of the stems, these little nodules are where the leaves have come off. The leaves drop from the base going up, and you pick from the base going up as well. So when you're picking to harvest it, to eat it, you pick from the base and you work your way up before it gets like that. But because I've not been down for a week, that's the sort of windfall that we've had from these 9 plants. Waffling a bit there, aren't I? But there you go. But they continue on to grow, and they grow from the centre. They grow from the central growing spot, you see it, and that just continues on. They won't grow much bigger than that because they're around about 4.5, 5 feet high as it is. Look at that prehistoric beast. Look at him. There's 3 webs on here. There's one there as well. There was a big one over there, but he's gone in. When I started to clear all that detritus away there, he's gone in. I must plant those tomorrow as well. That's what Lee Wazzer gave us last week. And they're brassica plants. I'll plant them in that bed. Although that's a little bit of a rich bed, that's got quite a lot of chicken manure in that under the surface. No, I might as well. I'll put them in there. There's actually 8 plants there, but the seeds are quite close together, and I'm going to struggle, I think, to separate the plants. I'll have a go though, Lee, because they need to go in the ground now. Yeah, so there you go. Kale, plenty of kale. Exceedingly good for you, kale, nutrient rich. Very high in the beta carotenes and all your essential vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin C, some of the B vitamins as well, I believe, in kale. But it's very nutrient dense, antioxidant dense as well. Good stuff, very good stuff, kale. That should keep us going. That should last now, hopefully, fingers crossed, up until the new year. If we don't get too bad of a winter, it should see us into the new year, that. Hopefully. Right then, boys and girls, that's it for me for tonight. Because my hip and left leg, my entire left leg, is in excruciating pain. I think it's sciatica, but it's making it so as I'm all dosed up with painkillers at the minute. But it started off on Thursday evening, well, Thursday afternoon really. Friday I could barely walk, so some of the ladies at work gave me some pills and potions to get me going through the day, because it was really, really agonising. I couldn't stand up straight, and driving as well. Driving was a nightmare, but I did it because I've got that Trojan-like work ethic. Trojan-like, that's what I've got. So I carried on, soldiered on, like a Trojan. But yeah, it's very, very painful at the minute. We were going to go watching the fireworks in Southport tonight, but hang on, battery warnings, come on. We were going to watch the fireworks in Southport tonight, but it would have meant walking and standing up, or even sitting down for a great length of time, which would have been uncomfortable. And the kids have not been so good today. They've been all lethargic and lackadaisical. So yeah, we're not going. We haven't got them foldy chairs. We've only got two foldy chairs. Anyway, enough of my excuses. If you've been a lady, you've been beautiful, fantastic and fragrant. If you're a gentleman, you've been forthright, virile and masculine. And if you've been something in between, you've been something in between. I've been good in my finder. This has been Eden, down at the Little Farmer's Farm. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll catch you later on. Bye-bye now, boys and girls. Keep growing with your heads down. Have a good one.